Do you remember being a kid and dreaming of seeing in the dark like in video games?
Oh, cool, night vision.
Well, your dreams may have come true. I got my hands on the N4 night vision device and I've been testing it for a week. Is this the best value entry-level night vision device out there? Thanks to GTMedia for sending me one to try. So let's find out. So imagine seeing what's going on from a distance in complete darkness. That's what the GTMEDIA N4 offers. It's an entry-level night vision device that relies on an infrared camera and a 3-watt 850 nanometer infrared LED. It's not military grade by any means, but for someone who's never used night vision before, it's pretty interesting. Let's talk about what you get in the box and the overall construction of the device. When you open the box, you get the N4 device in this pretty good case, a head mount, a USB-C charging cable, and a manual. The N4 itself is pretty lightweight at around 400 grams and made of this tough material, giving it a sturdy feel. It's also IP6 water resistant, so it can handle a bit of rain or some splashes. Now these eyepieces are adjustable, which is great if you wear glasses or have one weaker eye than the other. There's a dial at the rear to adjust image focus, similar to a pair of binoculars. Now on top, you'll find physical buttons for easy control. Plus there's a USB-C port and a micro SD slot under the port cover, along with a tripod mount underneath. Now the eyepieces are soft and comfortable, made of rubber or silicone if you're wearing it close to your eyes. I won't be, because I wear glasses to correct my vision, which is also why I won't be wearing the head mount.
Night vision goggles.
The camera is located on the right lens, whilst the left lens houses the 3-watt 850 nanometer infrared LED, which emits a barely visible red glow when switched on. You'll hear an audible click when you activate the night vision mode, and that's possibly an infrared filter sliding into place. Not really sure. Now the N4 captures up to 10 megapixel photos and 720 to 1080p videos with a 5x digital zoom. Yes, you heard me right. It's a pretty low resolution and basic for my needs, and to be honest, I found it pretty underwhelming. But I'll come on to who might find it useful in a short minute. It features a 320 by 320 TFT screen and an f1.2 aperture, which means it lets a fair amount of light in. The 2000 milliamp hour battery gives you around 5 hours of run time with the infrared on and about 10 hours with the infrared off. Navigating the N4 is pretty straightforward, though a little clunky. The user interface includes various modes and menus that are easy to access, and they have a pretty retro feel in the menu setup, but it works fine. You can switch between photo and video modes, adjust settings, and review your footage right on this device. Okay, let's talk about some practical considerations you need to know. The micro SD card is a bit tricky to access, especially when you're charging the device. Luckily, you don't have to remove the card to access your files. Just plug the N4 into your computer, switch it on, and use the MTP mode to transfer your data. Another thing to note is the zoom. The lower setting is still zoomed in quite a bit, which makes, I think, walking with the device a bit awkward if you do have this thing strapped to your head and can't see anything. I don't know, I didn't try, but I'm just imagining this. I think it's best suited for sitting down, static use, or standing up and using it to spot things from a distance. Now the digital zoom is useful, but keep in mind that it's very lossy. And I have to emphasize this because this is a deal breaker for me personally, though you may be okay with it. The more you zoom in, the grainier and less detailed the image becomes. It's definitely something to be aware of if you're using the device at higher zoom levels. Now, despite this, if you're using this at night, the N4 provides a significant improvement over not being able to see in the dark at all. The bright and reasonably detailed images give you a new ability and advantage in various situations, whether it's for security, hunting, or just exploring at night on a camping trip with the kids. So what's my verdict? As a newcomer to night vision, the GTMeDIA N4 was okay. Coming from not being able to see in the dark at all to getting a bright and detailed-ish image is a particular superpower. Now I can see myself using this if I hear strange sounds at night, like a bird in the trees and I want to figure out what it is, or handing it over to the kids for a bit of entertainment around the campfire on a camping trip. Now, I'm not a hunter, at least not since I was 11 when I was roaming around the land in India. But as I say, that possibly for hunters, this could be a decent value entry-level option since it generates no visible light. You would remain completely undetectable to animals. Well, those in front of you anyway, because of the screen you're looking at when you're actually looking through the binoculars. It's a little bright. Now, while it's not without its flaws, like the tricky micro SD slot and the zoom limitations and how lossy the footage is, the overall performance and value makes it a worthy consideration if you are specifically looking for night vision, you're new to it, and you're interested in an entry-level device. What do you think you would use the GTMEDIA N4 for? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. This one, right here.